Hi, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our picks and your picks, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Thursday night football, college and pro, October 26th. So we got week 9 of college football, week 8 of the NFL. We'll start off on college football. There's 2 games tonight. Syracuse at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech 3-point favorite, 47.5 total. We're going to stay away from that game. The game we do like quite a bit, Georgia State, Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern right around 1.5 point favorite at home, 62-ish total in that particular matchup there. So that's the game we're going to kind of, we're focused on that particular matchup. Both teams should be able to put up some points, I believe, in this particular game. So we should see, I think, a game going to be scored in the 30s. Total has dropped on this one just a little bit. I think it's maybe headed the other way, but we do like Georgia Southern in this matchup. So we did take Georgia Southern minus 1.5 first quarter, Georgia Southern minus 1.5 first half, and Georgia Southern minus 1.5 for the game. Also, Georgia Southern over 13.5 total first quarter, total points in that game over 31.5 first half, and over 63 for the game. Like I said, it has moved down, so make sure you take advantage of it. So we'll go through that the college football side one more time for you. Georgia Southern minus 1.5 first quarter, minus 1.5 first half, and minus 1.5 for the game. Just taking the home team here. Both teams pretty evenly matched for the most part. Both teams can score. I just think we're going to see a little bit more. The home team Thursday night should be pretty excited, ready to rock. And then we also like the over in this particular matchup, over 13.5 total first quarter, over 31.5 total first half, and over 63 total for the game. Next, so the NFL is going to be the next next one up here. Bills, Bucks in Buffalo. Bills Mafia. Lines like 8.5, 9, depending on where you're getting it at. Right at the moment, total around 43.5. Bills have been extremely inconsistent. The Bucks have no run game whatsoever, so they've turned into one-dimensional. And I think with Baker Mayfield and one-dimensional, that spells doom for most of their weeks. They didn't play well last week, couldn't run the ball against the Falcons. Don't think they're going to be able to run the ball against the Bills on a short week. And Baker likes to chuck it downfield. Baker doesn't like to dump the ball off very often. He finally did a little bit last week, kept him in the ball game and out of trouble with dumping the ball off to Rachaad White quite a bit, but he likes to go downfield and take chances too much. Not to say that you can't beat this Bills defense, because I think you can, but I just don't think the Bucs have the weapons to do so. And when you can't keep them off balance with run and pass, it makes it a lot simpler to defend. So you can keep you can keep 6 or 7 in the box, run a light box, and have better coverage on the back end to make sure that they don't get those chunk plays. So, which is what Baker and the Bucs want, because they have a lot of 3 and outs. They have a lot of plays, like I said, down the field, but they also have a lot of 3 and outs as well. So we did take the Bills in this particular matchup at the 8.5 number. So we did take Bills minus 1.5 first quarter, Bills minus 4.5 first half, and Bills minus 8.5 for the game. We think the Bills offense is going to get back on track, so we did take the Bills over 13.5 team total first half, over 26.5 team total for the game. Also, we like Stefon Diggs over 86.5 receiving yards. Stefon Diggs anytime touchdown. Stefon Diggs over 6.5 receptions. We also like Josh Allen over 261.5 pass yards. Then we're also going to hit Baker Mayfield over 229.5 pass yards. Cade Otton over 26.5 pass yards. And we like Baker and Josh Allen to throw a pick, both in this particular game. Both are susceptible to the pick, to an interception. I think both of them are going to throw one. We think Baker's going to throw one maybe a little bit more than Josh, but Josh just can't help himself sometimes. And when he goes way down the field into double coverage to Stephon or Gabe Davis, a lot of times that's what happens. The interception there is not a killer. It's more like a punt, but he does take some chances that, doesn't necessarily have to. So is Mahomes, though. Mahomes is going to throw a lot of interceptions this year the way it looks. He's almost been good for at least one a week. So we'll get back into that Bills-Buccaneers game one more time for you. So we'll go through those bets. Bills minus 1.5 first quarter, Bills minus 4.5 first half, and Bills minus 8.5 for the game. We like the Bills over the 13.5 team total first half and over 26.5 team total for the game. Stephon Diggs, over 86.5 receiving yards, over 6.5 receptions, and Stephon Diggs, anytime touchdown. The reason why we like both of those is Tampa plays a lot of bend, don't break defense. They give you a lot of catches. Stephon Diggs, I think, can have a lot of underneath catches that'll mount up as the game goes. I don't know if they're going to get anything over the top, but you can move the ball on them in between the 20s through the pass. It is hard to run on the Bucs, so they're going to have to throw the ball. Not to say you can't sprinkle in some runs, but your primary driver tonight is going to have to be that pass game. Therefore, we also like Josh Allen over 261.5 pass yards as well. We like Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield both to throw an interception. Baker Mayfield, we also like over the passing yards of 229.5 pass yards, as they've not been able to run the ball yet this season. And Cade Otton, the tight end, we like over 26.5 receiving yards, as he's been a pretty good down-the-seam threat. The Bills linebackers are a little bit weak at that position, so covering the tight ends definitely not going to be their forte on that. So at the end of this episode, do make sure you check out the comments section. You want to see a link to the Google Sheets. This will have all of our bets for today on there, football-wise, and also we've got basketball, baseball going on. So I'll give you a slight tutorial. Sheet 1 is football of last year. Sheet 2 is baseball this year, with the World Series coming up tomorrow. Sheet 3 is football this year, college and pro, so you'll see all the plays today and what we've done previously. And Sheet 4 is basketball, as the NBA is already ramped up, so we've got a lot of plays going on there as well. So when you get a few minutes, check those out. You'll basically see all the bets that we placed, what juice we got at, how many units, what book they were placed at, and then obviously results once the games are over. So check that out once you get some time. And as always, if you subscribe and get notifications to the YouTube channel, so when we drop our bets, you get those first. It should give you plenty of time to match that up with your bets and give you a ton of confidence heading to that betting app or betting window, which is what we're looking for so we can go make some money, right? So by subscribing, basically makes your life a lot easier on YouTube. You just go down to your subscriptions tab. You'll see sports bets for free, and when it's got the little dot next to it, it means there's new bets. Go ahead and pop into there, and you'll be able to get into the channel and see all the bets that we've laid out. Should give you, like I said, plenty of time to kind of match those up and make life easy for you. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.